Hey y'all, today we're going to talk about one of the most important herbs in all of Western herbal medicine. This is plantain. No, it's not that South American banana-like thing that's so delicious fried. This is lanceolate plantain. It goes by many common names. This can be called rib-leafed plantain. See the, maybe you can see the ribs on this leaf here if I can get it turned the right way. There we go. Yeah. Narrow leaf plantain. I don't even know how many common names it has. Where I live in the mountains, we have more of the broadleaf plantain. It's the same plant with a different shaped leaf. The flower looks almost identical. The broadleaf plantain looks sort of like an ace of spades. Um, yeah, this is exactly what it looks like. I mean, it's like a heart turned upside down. The leaves are much broader. The the plantains where I live, they were not coming to flower for quite a while. I'm down in the Sandhills right now, and I found these by a grocery store parking lot, and I had to grab them so I could show them to you because these are already in flower, and now you know exactly what to look for. In the mountains, we were down in the 20s just last week, so ours are just barely coming into leaf. This is one of those herbs that I would put in the same category with dandelion, um, maybe mullein, violet. Something considered a weed by most people that they just do their best to try to eradicate and never can. They spray it with Roundup, they mow it, they cut it, they try to dig it up. This thing's tough and it's coming back year after year, no matter what they do. And the irony is, there they are killing themselves trying to get this rid of this thing, and it's the key to health. The key to health is right under their feet. Let me get into the specific virtues of this plant, and then we'll just kind of talk about it a little more in general. Okay, so ribwort plantain. That's another name, ribwort. By the way, I said rib leaf. It goes by either. It is a safe and effective treatment for bleeding. It quickly staunches blood flow and encourages the repair of damaged tissues. Damaged tissue. The leaf contains mucilage, tannin, and silic acid. An extract of them has an antibacterial property. They have a bitter flavor and are astringent, demulcent, mildly expectorant, hemostatic, and ophthalmic. Okay. That means a lot of things. One, they're bitter. Obviously, you get that. Uh, but astringent means it shrinks the tissue. It's just toning and tightening the tissue. Demulcent means it's soothing. It has a little bit of mucilaginous property to it. Mildly expectorant means it gets mucus up out of the lungs. Kind of clears congestion from the lungs. Hemostatic means it stops bleeding. And ophthalmic means it's good for the eyes. Internally, they are used in the treatment of a wide range of complaints, including diarrhea, gastritis, peptic ulcers, irritable bowel syndrome, hemorrhage, ulcers, cuts, stings, cystitis, bronchitis, catarrh, sinusitis, asthma, and hay fever. Externally, they're used for skin inflammations. Um, and yeah, cuts and stings again. You can use it both internally and externally. The heated leaves are used as a wet dressing for wounds, swelling, etc. The root is a remedy for the bite of a rattlesnake. It is used in equal portions with Maribum vulgare. That is horehound. I think specifically white horehound, actually. The seeds are used in the treatment of parasitic worms. Plantain seeds contain up to 30% mucilage, which swells up in the gut, acting as a bulk laxative and soothing irritated membranes. Sometimes the seed husks are used without the seeds. A distilled water made from the plant makes an excellent eye lotion. Now, where might have you heard of something that sounds like plantain seed husks? Psyllium. That's what this is. These little flower heads, when they form their seeds, will create one of the most commonly used modern laxatives. That's your Metamucil. That's your psyllium right there. Interestingly enough, whereas the seeds are a laxative, the leaves are astringent and can help stop diarrhea. You see, this plant has so many wonderful virtues. This whole plant is edible. Well, you wouldn't really want to eat these. These stems are incredibly tough, but the seeds are edible if laxative. The leaves make an excellent pot herb. Take these and wash them. Put them in a pan with just a little bit of fat, lard, bacon drippings, olive oil, whatever you like, and just kind of let them cook down. And put a little salt, maybe a little vinegar, you're good to go. This is an excellent food. This is an excellent plant for congestion and asthma. This is an excellent plant for any kind of skin irritation. Um, if you get stung by a bee or if you just get a mosquito bite, this is like the go-to for mosquitoes. Grab a leaf, chew it up, put it on there. It will take the pain and itching and swelling out and heal you right up. Like I said, it stops bleeding in wounds. It's a wonderful hemostatic, as they call it. It's good for that astringency, again, that we were talking about, like with the diarrhea, but also with the hemostatic property, makes it good for irritable bowel. It soothes, tightens the tissues, and stops the bleeding. This plant has so many uses that I could barely even begin to touch on. And chances are, wherever you live, you have a plantain. There are 20 or 30 different varieties of plantain. They grow in wet areas, they grow in dry areas, they grow up the mountains, they grow down on the coast, they grow everywhere. There's even one that grows in the swamp. And when I was a kid, we had another use for them. And let's see, I haven't done this in a long time. Probably since I was, I don't know, 6, 7 years old. You take this little flower stalk, twist it around, and you can make a little pop gun. Let's see. Oh, didn't get it quite good. There we go. Yeah. You make a little pop gun with the flower bud. The blossom end just shot. I don't even know. It actually shot about 10 yards. We used to shoot each other with these when I was in elementary school. So you've got a food, you've got a medicine, you've got something for bronchial issues, bleeding, asthma, diarrhea, constipation, and a cheap as they come free child's toy. So keep an eye out for those plantains. They're great medicine. And like I said, I got this in a parking lot. You always want to be cautious of where you harvest things, whether you're foraging or wildcrafting. We don't want road runoff. We don't want gasoline. We don't want byproducts from tires, oil, we don't want things that are sprayed with chemicals or herbicides, chemicals like herbicides, I guess I should say, pesticides, anything like that. I don't even care if someone's spraying for mosquitoes, don't eat that. So this is one, you'll usually see it in the worst possible soil. It does like roadsides and parking lots, and but also old fields that are really worn out, overgrazed or overfarmed. This is one, if you have a wild spot in your yard and you can either transplant some or plant some seeds, I highly recommend that. So you'll know it's always there. You know where it is when you have an emergency because this is a first aid plant and you know it's clean. So y'all have a good one. I will talk with you next week. Enjoy your plantains, including the ones that are like bananas. Those are delicious. Not the same plant. Not at all.